guys, I'm Miss Mtungu. Today we are going to give our brother a platform to narrate his story. He's going to tell us what goes behind the prison walls. Watch and enjoy.
Hi, welcome to Black Chair. My name is Howard. Today I'm going to talk about my prison journey and narrate exactly what happens behind those prison walls. Let me start by saying that these lawyers are not magicians. They can't do beyond the rule of the law. They just do what is within their means, what the Constitution demands from them. So I became a detained offender at Motapi Correctional Center, and I served for 3 months as a convicted offender and then 1 month at trial. I met this guy, George Liu. He was a member of the Big Five, and he explained to me exactly what these other officials do. He asked me a question: do you know why there are so many drugs, so many weapons in this section? I said, I don't know. Then he told me, you know, these officials, they are the ones responsible for this drug operation. They can bring the drugs through these guys who are transporting meat into the prison blocks. So they transport pork, and then it happened that time there was an operation and they found drugs in those trucks that were delivering pork into the prison cells. So they banned pork, and he told me, you know, from now on it will happen that you will never have pork again. So these officials, they are responsible for this drug operation, and they know that these offenders, some of them, they need to smoke. So they work with the prison gangs, and those gang members are the masters of the prison. They control everything. They even control these officials. They make the rules. They make the system. And these officials, they just follow around. They can't do anything. So, these officials, they are very arrogant, I could say. There was again this time when I was a convicted offender. There's this guy who was very bully. We stay in the same cell, and he got sick. Whether it was food poisoning or because he was a heavy lifting guy, he used to go to the gym, lifted all those heavy things, and he got sick. And he was complaining about fever for some days, and they never actually gave him proper care. He once went to the clinic and found out that at the clinic you don't find a nurse, you find a convicted offender. He's the one who normally prescribes medication for you, and it's very risky. It's not well educated in that area. So that's how it is, and you get very scared when you get sick, because most of the times when you go there, you find out that he's one of your fellow prison inmates. He's the one giving out medications, and what if anything goes wrong? Surely he can't answer. He can't, because he's just a prisoner, by the way. So this guy, he got sick, and I remember this Saturday we were watching soccer in the afternoon, and he was sick for some days, and He actually was at his bed and he wanted to go to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom, but immediately when he get by the door of the bathroom, he vomited blood with those thick clothes. And from there, people, they tried to hold him, and after some minutes, he was not able to talk again, and he was not able to walk on his own. Within a space of 10 minutes, then they brought him back to his bed, you could see. So he was sleeping this other side, he was sleeping the opposite side. I was looking at him, and though I didn't like the guy because he was very bully, you will see he was starting to get shy. He couldn't look into the eyes of some of his friends and also some of the other prison inmates. He was trying to cover his head, and that one, it could tell you that there's no way he can make it. Then we called for help around 5 and they came around 8. So when they came, these prison officials, there was this one, he was called this name Selepe. So he was smoking and he was shouting at the door, "You disturbed me, I was having a good time, why did you disturb me?" And then we told him, "We have a sick friend here, he needs serious medical attention." And then he said he must get up on his ass and come to the door. And then we told him he can't walk and he can't talk. And then he tried to insult him, "Why, if you can actually move your legs, if you can kick up, you can actually get up on your ass and come to the front door." Then the guy, though he was very bully, you could see he tried to get up, and when he took few steps from his bed, he vomited blood and he fell back on his bed again. And everyone got scared. That's when they knew he was very serious, and we carried him and we started praying after they took him. Though the way they took him, you could see this guy is so very arrogant, put him in that food trolley to the hospital. When he got there, actually he couldn't make it. So they came to take his uniforms and found us praying. Then I was not praying, the other guys were praying. I was just at the door. I knew this guy cannot take it anymore. Surely there's no way. And then he came again, this other official said, surely you must pray, your friend is very sick, you must pray. It was more of a mockery. So we did what we could, and the guy couldn't take it. So we moved on, and I was also trying to understand as to why there are so many drugs. I remember this incident, my very first day at court. There was this guys, I didn't know them, I was new by then. And what they did, you could see them, they went to that small toilet, put everything in their stomachs, in their anus, and that's how they transported the drugs. So even if you get to the admission door of the prison cells, they tell you to take off your clothes, and you do, and then after that, there's no way they can find out that you're carrying something, you're transporting, either be it a drug or whatever you can. There's no way, it's not possible. So, it's very risky. If anything goes wrong, let's say you put even cell phones, everything, they put them in the stomach. So if anything goes wrong, like maybe whatever that you put, it breach or try to turn the other side, you are in trouble. You require a serious surgery. And in prison, they really don't respect offenders. They cannot trust. Of course, you are an offender, you cannot be trusted, but you must be respected as well. It's your right to get medical attention, but in such a manner, they cannot. So during my days at Model Correctional Center, there's so many things I did experience. This gang, the Big Five, the Rough Three, the 26, the 25. So on this issue of the 26, it was during the Easter, and then there was an Easter conference. Even though I didn't attend, then I saw this official on that line going to get food. I saw this official, and then he said, "You know me, I do not attend church because I am a member of the 26. I belong to the 26, so I don't attend church." So the 26 is one of the powerful gang there in prison. So the very shocking point is that these 26, as powerful as they are actually, they are wives to the 27. The 27 they have the supreme power. They don't care who you are, they have the supreme power. So to join that, you require a lot of tasks to do that. So this official said, "I belong to the 26. He was very proud and very boastful about that. "I belong to the 26. You can't do anything about that," and what. I just, okay, so there's no way even. So if the 26 they come after you, it means this official, he can't protect you. So it doesn't mean that they are all these officials, they are very bad. There's the FRT, the first response team. Actually, they are the good ones. They protect you if you need, but they are not always there. There are also some good officials. I had this one, Mulefe, he was very good. When I was writing my books, and he is the one who used to provide me with the materials that I need. If I need papers, he used to give me. If I need a pen, he used to give me. He used to support me. He once made full copies of the other script that I wrote. He told me, it can be very risk, and it can happen that they can come and search and what. So if I have a copy for you, it means your work will be safe. It was very good. Some officials, not good. Some officials, they can actually watch as food is being stolen by these gang members. They can't do anything, they just watch. If you need a cell phone, if you pay these officials, you give them money, they can get you anything you want. The very same officials, they can get you anything. You want sugar, you give them money. They don't ask you where do you get money from. Or if you need your relative to send you money, you talk to these officials. So corruption is everywhere, even in the prison cells, it's there. So as I live, I happen to experience also the highest level of tribalism that normally happens. Back home we have this hatred between the Shona and the Ndebele people. Even when you go to prison, you discover that this very same kind of tribalism, it existed in the highest level. If you find out that this guy is in the valley, definitely you won't be friends with him, you don't talk to him. The very same it happens to them. If they find that this Shona guy is abused, they are treating him bad, actually they can't help. You are a Shona guy, so you must get your other Shona friends to help you. So that's how this tribalism is. But with other foreign nationals, you can talk from Burundi, Congo, DRC, Ghana, Cameroon, Egypt, all these other guys. You can mingle and talk, and you could actually see that if it happens that we all desire to see a United States of Africa, this can be the beginning, because you love together, you don't care. The only problem come from these very people who came from the same country, these Ndebele guys and the Shona guys. They don't like each other, and you could see that there's no way we can build the country, because this tribalism is very hard to eradicate. These Ndebele guys, they don't care to make you get killed, or even these Shona guys, they don't care to see another Ndebele guy suffering. They don't even care, they don't turn an eye to him. So its tribalism is that it existed. So on my days that Modabi, I happened to meet this guy. Welcome. He was very good mentally, very sharp. He did like philosophy. When you find him, he's reading his books about philosophy and everything. So he had access to the office. He was working as an admin at the office at that block. So one day we're talking though about other things, and then he told me that, do you know the highest level of HIV here at Motabi? And then I said, no way. Some people when they come in, they already have HIV, and they said, no, I mean those who get HIV inside the prison. I said, no, I don't know. Then I said, there used to be condoms here at the prison, and they banned condoms. And after they banned condoms, the rate of HIV increased. So it was very shocking, and you thought, there's no woman here, it's just us men. How come the rate of HIV increased? And logically, you can know that this is exactly what is happening. There's some other who are becoming wives to the other. Some they become wives because they need food, you need a secret, you need a place to sleep. The prison is controlled by these other people, not by the officials.
Young Freddy. Chibos Krugati. Simply Tinochema kuchemera runyararo baba. Tinochema kuchemera runyararo Africa. Tinochema kuchemera runyararo baba. Tinochema kuchemera runyararo Africa. Now we killing one another, we can't stand one another. Sometimes I ask myself, will I survive in Botswana? Mzansi abamfuni ngoba mina mbuyekana. Malawi, Mozambique, all the way to Uganda. Is this the Africa Bob Marley prayed for? Is this the black land Marcos Garvey stood for? Is this the Africa B. Obama shined for? Enough is enough, too much blood that we shed.
They cannot give it for free. If they give it for free, which means you owe them in return. So you're paying back if they ask for money. They can ask for something.
We don't want nobody alone. No.
So
life you never is you life you say. Bring it up when it's feeling down. Let's white it don't mean our wife. Let's unite and be one accord. And to just sing things and pray. All my knees will cover me.
Manyisa ndaye kwenyu hanzi mafori na tutai tunu kwenyu kuti pesa kuti uraya kuita semadzvinyo isu neushenge tinobata nyoka menyu tongogara nemisodzi pamatama isu tinogara tichichema tinochemera runyararo isu toda pesi mwari vekudenga tinzwirei mutsitsi
Tinochema kuchemera runyararo baba. Tinochema kuchemera runyararo Africa. Tinochema kuchemera
because he's the one who demanded for psychologists. Then we went for this mental health. We went there, and this other guy came. We're very traumatized. I was also very traumatized because the guy who died was very close, though very brilliant, but he was very close to me as well. I used to sleep opposite to him. So I had sometimes very struggled to sleep, sometimes nightmares. Then we went to this psychologist guy. I thought he was going to perform magic, and you're very stressed, you're very traumatized, you're scared, almost everyone is scared. When you get there, you're expecting something big to happen, and you find out the guy only gives you a breathe in and breathe out exercise, and he tells you that's psychology. If you feel that you can't go on, take a long breath, deep breathe in, that deep breathe in, and when you breathe out, you ease yourself. So that was the exercise. To him that was psychology, but to me it didn't work. Actually, to some other guys who didn't understand, I knew we could heal over time, we'll forget all this. So to him that was psychology, you know. And then while Lisa was there in the same cell with this welcome, I happened to interact more with this Maposa guy. He was very, not old, but very respected as well. And one day he called me and asked me if I need help. Then I told him, okay, this is what I do. I need actually help to get my work done. I need exercise books, and he promised to buy me exercise books, and he did. And this other day he called me again and asked me to show his work, and I did show my work to him. And then he said, okay, if you have got time, let's sit, I need to talk to you. And then I sat down there at his bed, and he asked me a question as, do you really think that South Africans, they hate you Zimbabweans? And then I said, yes, they do. If they didn't hate us, they were not going to throw us in prison just for immigration, for a simple paper. They could have deported us back home. Then he said, you know, these South Africans, they don't hate you, they like you. They like your courage. But the problem is that you Zimbabweans, you are very comfortable. You know that things are not okay at home, but when you come here, we equip you. You get the right resources, the right connections. But once you do that, you don't want to go back home to help or also try to do your things back home. You want to stay, marry our daughters and make children, and after that get old and die. That's what you want. Then I said to him, you know, these South Africans, of course there are some good ones, but they really don't like us. And then he told me, you know what, Howard, you know, since COVID-19, the economy of South Africa has never recovered, and you know, we are trying our best to provide. Even the government, when they do budget only for their citizens, and there are 52 South African citizens in this country. So when they do the budget that is equivalent to 52 million South African citizens. And then it happens that out of that little budget for 52 million, you find out there are even another 100 million people, foreigners, and we have to share that very small thing. If it's electricity, that little we have to share it with another group of people. And what do you think happened? And I told him, of course, the the economy will burn out. I said, that's exactly what is happening. It's not like they don't hate you. They like you, but you Zimbabweans, you really don't think you have no rights. Then I gave me example, these South African youth, they fought for their rights and they earned their rights, and it is their right even to earn a right wage. But the problem is that it's not like there are no jobs in South Africa. There are jobs, but they underpay, because you foreigners, when you come here, if the minimum wage is 300 rand per day and you get there, so a South African applies for a job and you apply a job. When you get there, if the owner of the company tells you that 300 is too much, I'll pay you 100 rand, you foreigners will take the job, and we South Africans, we can't. That's why we do not have jobs. So that is exactly what is happening. But we, like you, will give you opportunities, we open for you. But after you get equipped, you must also go back home and fight. Try to settle things and do whatever best you can to make it. You have the resources, you have the knowledge of it, everything. So I begin to understand that you might be telling the truth. Because most foreigners here, once they get whatever they want, they don't want to go back. They want to stay here, get married here, die here, and when they die here, they can't take their relatives can't take their corpse back home. Because it's very expensive, so they bury them here again, and land is another problem. So my experience at Motapi was very mixed. I cannot say that it was blessing or was bad. It was very mixed. I once got sick. This other time during the Easter, I was very sick, and for some days no medication, and then after some time when I was very weak, I went to see the doctor, and the doctor told me that you have got arthritis, and I told him there's no way, it's not possible, I cannot have arthritis and I can never have it. And then I asked him, what do you think is the cause of this kind of sickness? And he told me, you don't exercise. And I told you that a lot of guys here, they don't exercise, there's no way I can have arthritis. And then he gave me some medication though, but we knew that they put drugs in the food, in the tea and everything. There's some other guys who don't even eat that prison food because they don't want to get infected with these drugs. And then after some time though, I started going to the gym and everything. So there's this other thing that I saw. I discovered that these people, these offenders, whether convicted or not, they are able to believe anything. I mean, especially you're not convicted, you are still will try, you want your chance at God and everything. Those guys, they believe anything. You find out if another guy come and tell them that if you shave your head, the magistrate will feel pity for you and he will let you go. They expect magic to happen, So that's why there are so many occultics at prison, so many. Another guy, when he went to go to court, if he was not coming to church, you find out he comes. Some they took these pages from the Bible, they smoked them. And when they smoke them, they go stand before the judge and expect that the judge will let them go. So it's just like that, that's when I discovered that there's no divination before the judge or behind those prison walls. Even those witches, if they want to do it, there's no way they can get into the prison. Prison is another very dark place. There's no way. If you die not because someone bewitched you. You die maybe because of the circumstances, the stress. People that die because of stress, because of that inhuman treatment, they die. It's possible. So when you get there, you try your level best to make sure that you make it out alive. You have to try. So you can't fight the system. You can't. You try to adopt that kind of lifestyle and adapt to it. Follow the set rules. Even if they said today we are all praying, these drug addicts, they come, they hold the Bible, they preach. There's no way you can say you are very evil, you cannot preach. No, you just follow the rules. If they tell you 5 o'clock, you go to the shower, say then so be it. There's this guy, this other day we're going to court, so we slept at the reception close to the main gate. Come 5 o'clock, those prison guys, they said, okay, it's time to wake up those gang. And they are the masters actually, the ones who tell you where to sleep. Then they said, wake up, fold your bed and everything. We did, they were very short. We did, and they said everyone must go to the bathroom, wash your face and everything. And people, they disrespected them. And 5:30, these guys, they wanted to go to take a shower, these prison masters now, to take a shower, and then when they take a shower, they don't want anyone inside. It's their time to bath. It's their time to bath. You can't go in. So that's when these people, they try to get in. They lost it. These prison guys, the masters, they beat almost everyone there and shouting at them, why do you disrespect me? I told you to wake up at 5 o'clock and you are still sleeping. That's the reason why you're in prison. You are busy sleeping in prison while there's a family outside there that you must take care of, and you're busy sleeping in prison. You must wake up. They slept, all these guys at the back. So it gives you another picture that prison is a destination to some other guys. When they come in, they feel at home. Coming outside prison is like they're visiting. Their place, their belongings is there behind the walls. So they can get released. Within some months, you find them, they are back again. They feel at home in prison. That's the other people. Though there's us who feel like there's no way we can belong here, want to go home and everything. So it's just like that. You don't belong here, but there are other people, other offenders who belong at prison. They feel it's their right to stay at prison, it's their right to control everything. They tell you the time to eat, time to sleep, time to bath, what to wear, what not to wear, what to speak, time to watch TV if it happens that there's TV in your cell. They control everything. But when you get there, they give you a sense of freedom to feel as if you're free, but literally you are not free because you don't have chains on your legs or on your hands. They allow you to walk around in those perimeters for some time and everything. And then one of the most stressing issue is visitors. Prison is a place that is very dark and secretive and dangerous. So stress can kill you. You have got a family out there, they're crying for you, they need you. Actually, they need you the most, and you can't do anything. They need you to provide for them. You must take them to school, you must do everything for them. It's your family, but you're not there. So that stress can kill you. So you get there, you're very stressed, and you find this other guy telling you, why are you getting stressed? Do you have a wife? Yes, I've got a wife. You must not get stressed about women, you know. I once have a woman, they took him. So why just behave as if they took your wife. You have got nobody, you are alone. You know, and it's very hard to take. So having visitors is very, very critical. I was once there, I advised myself that I have no one, no visitors, and you know, though visiting helps. If you are stressed and then you see your relative, you feel much relaxed and you talk about the issues going on and everything. You know, it helps you to de-stress. If you're stressed, try to get a visit. But that visit also can be very detrimental to you. When you didn't have a visitor, sometimes you are okay dealing with your stress, but once you have got a visitor, you know, sometimes you want to open up and it will affect you up to that point that you will need visitors often. So visiting is very, very important when you are in such a situation. They help you. You know, food is very scarce. You need lotion, you need soap, you need coconut and everything. So there's no way you can get them if you don't have visitors. You tell them this is how you send me. Say, can you send me money to buy food? Because food is very scarce there. You can only have food if you've got money, or if you're working for someone, or if you're working at the office. That's the only way you can have food. If you are not working there, you know, they just give you that half cup soda, porridge, no sugar and everything. So, you know, so prison is a place of change. You can either change for good or come out worse than you were the day you were admitted to prison. There's always a change. Either you come out better, there's some who come out better, graduates, qualified, but when they get in, they were nobody. So they give you a chance to learn, you know, go to school, do some courses, and so that when you get out of prison, there was this guy who was well known, a mentor, very dangerous, he used to have his own cell there, but he went to school, graduated as a lawyer. So it's a positive change for the better, because they take prison as a place to correct your mistakes. But mistakes are corrected, it's your choice, you know. You can't correct, you just make better decisions for a better tomorrow. So you either change for the better or you become worse, but you try to come out alive. Don't get killed. Don't disobey the rules. Rules are rules. If they tell you to sleep on the floor, just sleep on the floor. Don't complain. These are the rules. So this is my experience. The journey that I walked, as much as I wanted freedom, it happened though at the right time. Even though I was not expecting it, it's not something that when I got arrested, I never expected that it would turn out this way. I thought they were going to take me out in a few days and, deport me back home. It happened that I had to try for 1 month. It happened that I had to get sentenced for 3 good months, and after that, get deported back home. So when you're there, they take you as a criminal. They just say you're a convicted offender, you're just a criminal. So my prison story is that of a life inspiring. It's always easy. It's very hard before you approach it, but it's always easy to come out alive. Follow the rules. Don't fight the system. It's the way it is. and this is my story, narrated the best way I can. I thank you.
Africa.